Well, guys, I have something I need to fix, and we get to play with a new toy. So, I guess, I'm not really sure what happened. Truck's still on the dyno, hasn't moved. This tires went flat twice. So, I'm not sure where the hole is, but there's obviously a hole or valve stem or something's leaking. So, I need to jack this old girl up. Funny enough, a couple weeks ago, VEVOR sent me this air jack, and I honestly had no reason to use it until right now. So we are going to check this thing out. There's obviously it's upside down for you guys, but we're gonna give this thing a whirl and see how it works out. It looks like it should work. Didn't really have to do any assembly, really, for the most part. I had to put this bolt in and tighten it, and then you have to put these 4 bolts in. And then you have to hook this line up, just take this off and shove it on. Pretty simple. Like I said, we're gonna wheel it over there and see if it'll lift the truck. I'm sure it probably will. And we'll pull that wheel off. I don't have my tire machine set up here, so if it needs a valve stem or something, I'm gonna have to take it and get my buddy to put a valve stem in it, just because mine's buried and I don't feel like taking the tire off myself. So let's see if the thing works. I'm assuming that it probably does work, but I wanted to try it out before I told you guys, hey, check these things out, because I don't like showing you guys products or showing you guys products that I haven't used. So let's give this thing a whirl. We are like drastically running out of space in the shop too, like in a bad way. Now, depending on what air fitting you have, you may have to change air filling. This just happens to be the same air filling that I use. Seems like she's pretty simple to use here. Guess I should maybe bring you guys down here so you can see. Turn the little valve. Well, got the truck lifted up now. I guess maybe what I'll do, so when you're doing this, you probably should put a jack stand under it, but I'm not going to. So, but don't do what I do. Do as I say, or just be careful. So I'm going to take this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pump the tire up, and we're going to spin the tire and see if we can see anything wrong. All right, so I sprayed the tire down and I found the leak. Well, I found a leak, but the valve stem core is leaking. So I can actually hear it leaking now. I guess it was probably, I pumped it up during the day. Compressor and stuff going in the shop, you couldn't hear it, but you can hear it right now. Or you guys can hear it or not, but so what I'm gonna do quickly is I'm just gonna pull it out. I got another one that I had, put that in there, and hopefully that'll fix this. Check it, see how much pressure we got in there. See. No leaky. I always recommend when you're doing that in the winter time. You guys live in the Great White North. Make sure you blow the water out of there because sometimes it'll blow the end of your valve stem up. Put the cap back on. And voila, hopefully that's fixed. But that wasn't even the point of the video. The point of the video was to show the jack, but I was waiting for the jack or something. Not just playing around with it. Now it lifted, you know, this is not the heaviest truck in the world, but yeah, it's a 7,500 pound truck probably. I can't remember exactly what the truck weighs, but let's let this thing down. It lifted this thing no problem. Put her down now. I don't know, I think it's kind of a cool jack. That's why when they asked if I wanted to try one out, I figured I would try one. Any of you guys that are interested, I do see something I screwed up now that I realize it, is this line, I didn't read the instructions, I'll be honest. This line should go through this hole. I'll have to take that off. This line probably is supposed to go in this hole, I'd imagine. In this hole, and then it comes out here. There's lots of length here. I'll probably take it apart and do that one day. Probably the way it's supposed to be. I think it's kind of a neat jack. You do need an air compressor, obviously, to run it. I don't know. They're not terribly expensive. Actually, that's something too. You could actually hang that right up off the handle. That's actually cool. I like that. Guys that have tight shops, you still need to lift lots of stuff. This will lift some weight. If you guys are interested, check out, I have a link in the description for it. If you guys are interested. If there's any other VEVOR products that you're interested that you'd like me to look at or review, let me know down in the comments, and I can talk with them to see if they're interested in letting me show it off to you guys. I think that'll be it for this one. Like I said, I needed it. They said they sent this to me a few weeks ago, and I haven't needed to use it. Just kind of wait until I needed to use it because I like to do, you know, do two birds, one stone. And yeah, I thought it was cool. So like, subscribe, hit me in the comments, and check out VEVOR in the link in the description. Thanks, guys.